The night sky always holds secrets that humans have never fully decoded. There are moments when the darkness swallows everything, and strange lights tear through the stillness. From the lonely fields of Queensland to the isolated forests of Tasmania, objects have appeared that no one can name, neither planes nor meteors, nor anything ever built by human hands. Each video clip that spreads online, each eyewitness account, feels like a puzzle piece from a vast, hidden picture, one that reveals something lurking just above our skies. Are these merely bizarre natural phenomena, or signs of an intelligence from afar, silently watching Earth? Get ready, because this story will take you deep into chilling mysteries. From the blinding light explosion over Australia to the haunting testimonies of Westall 1966 and the Northwest Cape 1991 incident. All of them converge on a greater question than ever before. What exactly are we seeing in our skies? Dashcam footage, security cameras, and cell phone videos from locals suddenly flood social media. All of them captured the same strange moment, a metallic, smooth, glowing object cutting across the sky like a blade of light. It flared brightly for an instant before disintegrating into tiny fragments, like silver dust sparkling in the air. On the shaky frames, the light coming from the object looked nothing like the fiery glow of a meteor. It was a cold light, as if powered by an artificial energy source. People debated and argued, but everything went silent when Professor Jaunty Loeb appeared. A veteran researcher, he firmly declared, "This is not part of the Lyrid meteor shower." He explained that at that time, Earth was nowhere near any comet fragments, not Halley's Comet, nor any other. The object's speed and unpredictable trajectory made him ask a more unsettling question. If it's not a meteor, then what is it? What terrified people even more were the reports coming from Tasmania. Witnesses there claimed to have seen disc-shaped objects hovering in the night sky, suspended as if frozen in midair. Some of these objects stood still for a few seconds before vanishing, like an invisible door swallowing them whole. A few witnesses described the moment as if it had been erased from reality. The question lingered. Are these events truly natural? Australia's UFO history has recorded one of the most shocking events, the Westall Incident of 1966. On the morning of April 6th, Melbourne's sky was bright and clear until it was suddenly torn apart by something no one had ever seen before. Over 200 students and teachers from Westall High School and Westall State School froze as they watched a massive, disc-shaped object descending. The disc shone like a giant mirror reflecting the sun. It hovered above an open field, utterly silent. No engine noise, no smoke, no exhaust. Then in a blink it tilted and shot straight into the sky at terrifying speed, leaving behind scorched rings of grass, blackened like charcoal. Moments after it vanished, small planes appeared, circling the area as if searching or chasing something. A group of men in dark uniforms quickly arrived, measured and marked the field, and soon sealed it off. Students and teachers were ordered back to class and strictly forbidden to talk about what they had seen. Threats and warnings silenced Westall for decades. But the blackened grass rings, along with the haunting memories of hundreds of witnesses, remain undeniable evidence that something not of this earth was there. In 1991, the Northwest Cape of Australia was still a desolate area, with long coastal roads stretching under star-filled skies. That night, a farewell party for U.S. military personnel took place at the Harold E. Holt Naval Communications Station. Annie Farinaccio, a local woman, left the party in the quiet of midnight. As she waited on the roadside for a rare passing vehicle, two Australian federal security officers, Kevin and Alan, offered to give her a ride home. The car sped down the lonely road, headlights illuminating the dry bushes. Suddenly, Kevin looked up at the sky, his voice trembling. "It's back!" Alan immediately raised his camera, snapping shots through the windshield. Annie, confused, felt Kevin gently push her head to make her look up. Above them, barely a few dozen meters from the roof of the car, hovered a massive diamond-shaped craft. Its rear was truncated as if cut off, and bands of white-blue lights ran along its body, glowing strangely. The hull was silver-gray, brighter than the night, exuding an icy, unsettling aura. The object shadowed the car, then in a split second zipped from right to left, tearing through the air as if slicing it. Annie screamed in panic, while Kevin kept the car steady and Alan continued snapping photos, his hands trembling. After a tense chase, the object suddenly ascended, then descended into distant bushes, its underside casting a spotlight-like beam. Kevin wanted to stop to capture more shots, but Annie shouted, "Go, don't go back there." The fear in her voice left them no choice. They sped off, leaving the eerie glow behind. 2 days later, just as Annie thought it was over, 2 U.S. soldiers in uniform showed up at her workplace. They escorted her to a secret facility. Inside a closed room stood men in military uniforms and dark suits. Alan and Kevin were there too, pale and shaken, as if just interrogated. Annie was asked to sketch what she had seen. When she identified it as a UFO, a man in a suit coldly replied, "It was just a weather balloon." Annie laughed bitterly and retorted, "A weather balloon? They don't fly like that, and they don't chase cars on highways." One of the Australian officers whispered to her, "Don't say anything else, or we'll all be in trouble." The photos Alan had taken were confiscated, never to be seen again. For Annie, that night remains etched in her memory, proof that something out there is beyond human imagination. Tasmania, the island south of Australia, has some of the clearest night skies, untouched by urban light. On clear nights, the Milky Way is vividly visible, but lately locals have been seeing more than just stars. A wave of videos from security cameras and personal phones show silver-glowing objects hovering, moving in ways that defy explanation. In one clip, a glowing orb emits a faint bluish light as it drifts across the frame. Then, abruptly, it shifts direction at a near right angle, an impossible maneuver under known physics. Zooming in, a shimmering haze seems to surround it like an energy field. Seconds later, another object, a smaller triangle, zips across from the right and vanishes. The simultaneous appearances of multiple objects led experts to rule out satellites or regular aircraft. The trajectories don't match any flight or space data. Reports are piling up. From Queensland to New South Wales, strange lights appear, sometimes for only seconds, but enough to spread fear. Tasmania seems to be emerging as a new UFO hotspot, where the night sky is cloaked in unexplained mysteries. The explosion of light over Queensland and New South Wales was initially thought to be a falling meteor, but scientific analysis quickly dismissed this theory. Frame-by-frame studies of dashcam footage revealed that its trajectory was completely unnatural. It didn't just burn as it hit the atmosphere, it paused, as if adjusting its course. Professor Jonty Loeb noted that from the moment it appeared, its speed far exceeded any meteor ever recorded. A typical meteor would leave a fiery trail, but this object emitted a cold, metallic reflection, almost electromagnetic. Stranger still was the boom sound, an intense blast that occurred almost simultaneously with the blinding flash. This indicated that the object was flying extremely low, far below the usual 30–40 km altitude at which meteors explode. Off the coast of New Guinea, divers found tiny fragments, sharp, metallic pieces with odd structures. Lab tests revealed they did not match any natural Earth alloy. Some fragments contained metals as light as aluminum but stronger than steel. Dr. Avi Loeb, an astrophysics expert, concluded, "If this was a meteor, it didn't come from our solar system. It resembles a device crafted by non-human intelligence." Such claims shook the scientific community. Some suggest the explosion was a fragment of a larger ship breaking apart in the atmosphere. But the biggest question remains unanswered. Who or what sent it to Earth? After the explosion, people across Tasmania and Queensland began reporting strange phenomena. On quiet nights, Flickering lights appeared in the sky, unlike any shooting stars. Some witnesses said the lights hovered for minutes, then vanished as if swallowed by space. Others claimed to hear a deep rumble, like the sound of a giant engine far away. At a farm near Mville, a family discovered scorched rings in their field the next morning. The soil there was burnt, and a metallic smell lingered. Local researchers found strong magnetic traces, making compasses spin uncontrollably. The press began calling it the living sky, as if something above was operating, observing, or testing technology unknown to humans. New videos from Tasmania showed small glowing orbs, appearing in groups of 3 or 4, disappearing all at once. Some experts suggest these may be linked to the Queensland explosion, perhaps remnants of a massive mothership. In the shadows of night, people are beginning to wonder, is Australia's sky preparing for something bigger? A new UFO outbreak. More than half a century has passed since the Westall Incident of 1966, yet the memories of the witnesses remain vivid, as if it all happened yesterday. The students of that day, now elderly, still describe how the sky seemed frozen as the disk hovered over their schoolyard. One witness recalled, "It was like the air stopped breathing. All sound vanished. We could only hear our hearts pounding." Some teachers were privately approached by men in uniform, told to stay silent and forget what they saw. Some were threatened, others given cryptic warnings. Yet years later, they continued to speak out, insisting Westall was no illusion. The sight of the shiny disk shooting into the sky remains etched in their minds, no matter how many official denials followed. Similarly, Annie Farinaccio, the witness of the Northwest Cape event, still recounts that terrifying night in 1991. She believes the photos taken by Kevin and Alan were confiscated because they were too clear, too undeniable. In a later interview, Annie said, "They can take all the evidence, but they can't take my memory." These witnesses are like flickering flames in the dark, holding onto pieces of truth that the world tries to ignore. Each story is a puzzle piece, and together they reveal a larger hidden picture, a secret just beyond humanity's reach. From Queensland to Tasmania, Australia's skies are more unusual than ever. Unidentified objects appear frequently, sometimes as faint glowing dots, other times as blinding lights that turn night into day. Air traffic experts have recorded multiple unidentified objects with no transponder codes, moving at unbelievable speeds and changing direction, as if defying physics. The metallic fragments collected offshore are still under analysis. Some samples show strange molecular structures, as if created using technology beyond human understanding. This leads to a daring hypothesis. The object that exploded over Queensland may not have been a meteor. It could be part of a larger system, a mothership lurking in near-Earth space. Tasmania and Melbourne, both historic UFO hotspots, are now at the center of a new wave of sightings. Locals watch the skies with both fear and curiosity. Every strange light is no longer dismissed because everyone knows something is happening. The questions grow louder in both scientific and public circles. Is this the sign of a global UFO surge? Or are these merely fragments drifting from a distant civilization, accidentally brushing past Earth? No one has a clear answer, but all eyes are now fixed on the skies, where mysteries continue to challenge our understanding. The Australian night sky has witnessed phenomena that defy explanation, from explosions of dazzling light to hovering crafts that ignore the laws of physics. Stories like Westall 1966, Northwest Cape 1991, and countless new videos are just the tip of the iceberg. If these are not meteors or satellites, what is really happening above us? Are we being watched by another intelligence? Or do we simply lack the knowledge to comprehend these events? The answers may still lie ahead, buried in secrets the sky keeps. What do you think about the UFO sightings in Australia? Are they signals from beyond Earth or just natural phenomena we don't yet understand? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe to X-Site, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our mysterious stories. The sky has much more to tell us, and this journey has only just begun.